it doesn't call for an update, but I haven't
Okay.
refreshed this. I leave it,
Okay.
I leave Discord running like nonstop.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm looking, I'm like, shit, man. Maybe he doesn't know how. I don't know.
But it's my second time doing one of these, so I was like, oh gosh, if I can do this right.
Oh, dude, you got the great setup too, man. Like, yeah, you know what you're doing. Okay, good. Because sometimes I get on here with people and they're like, they're on their phone, they can't figure out how to get the camera on, and I'm really, most of these, like the first 2 minutes is I'm just the IT guy, like, okay,
I
tap
was
on your
wondering about.
phone and then see the little camera icon, hit that, and then see what, I don't see it, like, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
That's what I
Hell
was worried
yeah.
about. I was like, oh, I hope this works out.
Oh dude, no, you got a great setup, man. Looks good. Uh, yeah, good background. You got your mast up there and
Yeah.
your jersey back there.
So
Hell yeah. Welcome, dude.
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Hell yeah. Well, that's why I said I'll be back in 5 minutes because I didn't see you on, and I'm like, well, I'll give him a chance to
Yeah.
whatever. Otherwise, I'm on right at the time we say, but I didn't want to be like, dude, what are you
Yeah.
doing? Did you join yet? What's going on?
Yeah. Come on. Come on.
Hell yeah. And what I used to do was most of the time I'll just video call. Like I'll just send you a personal message, a direct message on here,
Yeah.
and then I'll just do like the video call feature. But it seems to be working really well and kind of easier for people just to join um, this two-person chat thing.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I didn't like doing that in the beginning because if I joined and I was waiting for you, if some of the guys that were kind of messing around in Discord,
Jump
they'll
in.
like they're like, oh, E-Rock's in there, let's hop in and we'll just chat. So I'm like, dude, I got to kick you out. I'm waiting on somebody. Come on. So anyway, hell yeah, dude. Well, man, I was looking at your YouTube channel, and
Uh oh.
dude, no, it's good, man. It's good. Some of your shorts, and then the most recent one you did just recently, 2 weeks ago, I think.
Think so.
Um, Shot Zone
Yeah. Yeah.
tournament, and I was seeing like so many people that I follow on on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. Ruby
Yeah.
Goldie's room.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was awesome to meet him. That was a crazy event. He's a ball of energy.
I'm
So
sure.
much so much energy. Such a great guy.
I watch his videos on YouTube, man. He is fucking gung ho. I don't know if, well, anyway, him and I have a similar background. So
Gotcha.
I asked him to be on a podcast, and he was like, well,
Hmm.
nobody knows my background. I don't know if I want to talk about it. I say, okay, well, that's cool. So he hasn't been on yet. I'm going to get him on here one day.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
awesome, dude. I think he's doing another event. I think November he's doing it Shot Zone again.
Okay.
It's gonna be pretty cool. I think. Hoping we can make it out there
Yeah.
for that. But yeah, he's a cool guy.
Hell
It's been
yeah,
nice to
dude.
get to know him.
Is that what you got under your monitor there? Is that a patch?
Yeah, right
Is
here.
that Rogue Customs?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, shit, it is.
Did the
Oh,
he had the gold patch
that's the gold one.
giveaway. Supposed to be the 4K giveaway. By the time we got to it, he was at 5K. That was his joke. Was it the 5K giveaway now? So I won the. I don't know if it'll show up or not, but I won the color, the mood ring mag. I don't know if it'll
Yeah.
show up though.
Oh, shit.
Kind of changes colors a little bit on the.
Yeah.
My kids love it. They'll run around the house and throw it in the freezer and get it one color again and play with the
Oh,
little
that's
alternators.
cool. Yeah.
It's
How
hard to see
cool
the
is that?
camera, but yeah,
When he was telling me about that on the podcast, I was like, "What? You can do what?" Man, I don't know how all
he's
these different paints
he's a,
and
yeah, he's a master of that stuff.
he is.
He blew me away with this. What's the one he did for me? The Joker.
Yeah. That is awesome, dude.
It's got that
Speed
trail
soft.
like it shifts from like a purple to that kind of a tealish, I guess, color.
Right.
So like there's like green haws you don't even see while it's until you turn it a certain way, and there's purple that
Oh
only show
shit.
well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I just saw that. Oh my
yeah.
God, that's wild.
He killed it.
Okay.
Like, so he surprised me with it. He sent in early, and I was like a kid on Christmas morning. I was running around the house with a mask on.
Oh shit. That is wild, dude. So you're in Tennessee, is that
Yes, sir.
kind of
So I'm
okay.
I live about an hour-ish south of Nashville.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's what we mainly play at our home field, Nashville Airsoft.
Yeah,
But
that's cool.
yeah,
Yeah, because when I saw your a lot of your posts, in fact, no, your Instagram bio says I think your home field or something,
yeah, yeah,
Nashville or
yeah.
Nashville Airsoft.
They
That's
they
cool.
sponsor us and they've been our home field for. We started out outdoor for 4 or 5 years at CartCon here. It's about 30 minutes from my house.
Gotcha.
We finally made the trip to Nashville and we're hooked. Just we've
Yeah.
been going there for 3 or 4 years now. It's been an awesome field, awesome people.
Okay. Hell yeah. I've heard of CartCon too. I think is it Mr. Off Topic I was doing one with? And I think he was talking about CartCon.
Awesome.
Yeah, him, Brim, or wait a minute, Lance? Man, shit, I can't remember. So many people I talk to, and then
Yeah.
they tell me all these different places, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know.
It's
But
a really good field, especially it's a for what we have around here. It's a massive outdoor field. I think it's 12 acres total, but I think like 10ish acres are what the field is,
gotcha.
and it's grown crazy big. When we first started going, like a busy day there was 150 people, and now that's a slow day. Now it's stupid
Holy
busy.
shit.
Yeah, it's massive. I mean,
That's
the field
crazy.
hasn't got bigger, but they've got more people, so it's a little more crowded sometimes when we do go. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's,
Definitely never a dull moment.
no, no, no.
Holy cow. Now, are you from the area you live in now? Did you grow up there?
Uh, I'm from Tennessee originally. I grew up probably about 30 minutes to the east,
Okay.
but me and the wife moved out here. You know, probably 12 years ago, I think now, probably, and
Yeah.
just like the area, and we wound up buying that. We rented for a little while and then bought a house and got 2 kids. They'll probably be screaming here in a minute. I'm sure they'll be beating on the door trying to get in here.
How old are they?
I've got a 9-year-old. My son's 9, and my little girl's just turned 4.
Oh shit. Okay.
So she's always trying here. And Parker, my 9-year-old, he loves airsoft. So we have to take him every now and then so we can get some
Awesome.
father son time, and he'll shoot me in the back
Yeah.
half the time. I'm usually the one he shoots, but
Okay. Yeah, I my granddaughter is she just turned 4 as well.
um,
In July. So
Everly's is July 11th.
that's what hers is.
Really? That's
Yeah, no
insane.
shit. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
My younger son, he's number 4 out of the 5 kids we have.
Gotcha.
And he's got 2 kids. And Aviana is his oldest, and she just turned 4 July 11th. So we had a
No,
big party for her and stuff.
I'm gonna feel real bad here because her birthday is July 12th. My wife's is July 11th. I'm sorry.
Oh shit. Hey man, once you start having kids, you lose
Yeah.
track of all that shit. I'm like whose birthday is what now?
Facebook helps a lot of that.
No shit. You get those reminders, and then
Yes.
yeah, I have that on my
Save my
Google
date 70
calendar.
times.
Right. Oh, it's so nice. I'll get. I went in a few years ago when I was laid up, just looking for shit to do. I went in and updated my Google Calendar to like, okay, anniversary, like 2 week notice, okay, fucking birthdays, like a week notice, because I was working so much overtime, and then when all the kids were around the same age, we had 5 and 7 years, so they're all teenagers together,
Yeah.
and 3 in high school, 2 in middle school. It was like, and they were all in sports and dance and shit. So, and then I was working like 70 hours a week, night shift. So, man, there's no way I'm gonna remember all this shit. Okay, somebody asked me at work, like, "Oh, you got kid? their birthdays when?" I'm like, "Fuck, man, I don't know. I can't remember mine. I don't know what I'm doing." Hell yeah.
It's hard to keep up with. I only got 2, and it's hard to keep up. I can't imagine having 5.
I'm gonna tell you, man, it was like even with 2, it was the first one's an adjustment, obviously, right? You guys
100%,
know
yeah.
it's a big adjustment, and 2 was actually way easier than like the adjustment we had to go through with 1. So, and we weren't outnumbered yet. So then the third one, like we're like, okay, All right, we're handling it. We're handling it. And then the fourth one was a
This is the
year
balance.
later. They were real, like a year apart. So uh, we're like, I got to know, my wife wanted 6 kids. Okay. She wanted a big family. And so she grew up with one brother. I grew up with 2 sisters. And we kind of both wanted, a big family and stuff. So she was like, "Yeah, 6 kids." I'm like, "Hey, it's easy to say, when you're first married, and then you start having them, and then like, oh shit, how much are diapers? Oh, we need another pack. How much is baby food? Like, so, and then you keep adding more kids. We got to number 4. I was like, dude, I'm done. Okay, and so at that time we had 3 boys and 1 girl. And she's like, "Can we please just try for another one I want, Cassie to have a sister." I was like, "All right." But if we do, I'm
Yeah.
done. So, so my daughter was born, my youngest. So we ended up having a girl.
Okay.
And then she was born late August 22nd. And I went and got snipped and clipped in September, like a month later, bro. I was like, this is like,
Taking no
we don't even
chances.
touch each other for a week. And she gets pregnant. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's in the water. So, but anyway, yeah, it was pretty crazy for quite a few years.
I
Fun,
can imagine. Yeah, yeah.
fun
Wouldn't
and
trade for the
crazy
world.
for
It's
sure.
crazy.
Yeah, never a dull moment for sure. So, yeah, man, that's good. It's really cool. You got your son going with you and getting him into a hobby that you're doing.
We trying to get more practice in for the SpeedQB side of stuff from the team. So
Yeah.
we had our first one. We kind of got kind of a motion going with kind of having a consistent practice schedule. I took him, and he loved it. Like he's like, we're gonna do one again next Friday. He's excited about going. I'm like, he's like, "Can I go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'll come home. We'll grab him. We'll head to Nashville. We'll play some open play, and then
Yeah.
get some practice in because he loves it." I can't. He wants to play by himself, but even at 9, he doesn't really, I think, get it. He'll shoot the wrong person or doesn't know when
Oh,
to stop shooting. Or I
yeah.
mean, he's got it. So I mean, but he always wants to play on the opposite team than me. He wants to shoot daddy.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
why? Why?
Oh, yeah. Come on now. He's getting to that age now.
Oh yeah.
when
We,
my
we, we,
boys
we
were about that age, that's
yeah.
when, of course they were, you wrestle around with them when they're like
Oh yeah.
4 and 5 and 6, at that point they're small. I'm throwing them against the couch, like just, tossing them like a
Yeah.
sack of potatoes. And then when they're 9, my 2 older boys, man, they grew up fast. They started getting big. And so they wanted to fight with dad. So that I would just let them punch me in the stomach, see how hard they could punch. I'm like, because
Yeah.
I always joked when they were little,
Yeah.
like, no, you can't hurt me. I'm made of steel, So they'd
Yeah.
hit me, and my daughters would come up and pinch me real hard, just messing around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that doesn't hurt. Now it hurt like hell, but I didn't flinch, I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta keep
You
this
show
thing
it.
like I'm made of steel, buddy. So, but yeah, when they get to like 9, 10, they want to. I'm gonna prove you up, Dad. Okay,
Yep.
I can do that. I'm gonna beat you at something. Hell yeah.
We I took him out. Took him out to open play. I took a couple months ago now, and I pushed all the way up and had him go with me. He stayed back, and I was kind of creeping up, and all of a sudden I got shot in the back. And I turn around, and in the window I see him go. He just hides.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I go. Did you shoot me? He goes,
Oh
no.
shit.
It's okay, boy. It's a good shot, son. It's a good shot. I mean, it's straight on.
Oh,
It's the
that's
wrong team.
funny.
Wrong team.
Oh,
We
I
have a good
love that,
time with
man.
it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, my oldest son, when I was a old school paintballer for a handful of years. So when my oldest son was probably about 9, 8-ish, something like that, he, oh, Dad, I want to go. I want to go. I'm like, and we didn't really have, there was really no kids out there with us. It was all a bunch of guys from work. So it was a bunch of guys just wanting to get out away from their wives for a weekend, it just, just have some guy time and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, I
me
wanted
too.
to take him, but I'm like, hey, these guys aren't going to be nice, bro. Like they're pretty competitive. This is
Yeah.
like we're blowing off steam, and a lot of them are veterans and stuff. So we go pretty hard, and we don't give a shit, So I'm like, it hurts. And he's like, no, I can go. I could do it. I was like, well, stand over there. It was like 20, 30 feet away. I shot him in his tennis shoe, the side of his shoe. Bro, cried 20 minutes. He's like, yep, not going.
I go. When we got into it, like I said, we started at CartCon, and I went to pick up I went in all in it from the get go. I played it one time and I was hooked on airsoft. So we went, I think it was Elite Force 1911 I went to pick up, and he went with me, and Miss Debbie, the owner's wife at CartCon, she was like, so when you gonna come and play, little guy? And I was like, he can play? And she said, yeah. I said, he's 5. She says, as long as you're with him. I was like, all right. I came home, we ordered him a little vest, and I got him a little tie, and he was all about it. And I said, I was like, before we go out here and I pay for all this, let's make sure that you. So I had him go outside to go pick a ball up at the yard, and didn't tell him I was going to shoot him.
Ooh.
And it's kind of popped him in the back. I made sure he had his back turned. He had his mask on. I was like, let him try your mask on, run around the yard with it, see if it stays up.
Oh, gotcha.
And I popped him in the back, and he turned up a little bit. He's like, oh, Dad, you shot me. You shot me. I was like, does it hurt? He goes, a little bit. I said, you still want to go play? Get shot a lot like that? And he was like, yeah. I was like, all right, let's go try it. Then
there you go.
He's been in it. The funniest, I wouldn't record the time, but me and you guys always joke about it. We just have a game mode called Leonidas, and it was like a life-size dummy in the middle of the field, and it was kind of like tug of war. It's what they call it Thunderdome. It's just a big kind of like courtyard, buildings kind of around it, walls. It's kind of like a courtyard kind of area.
Yeah.
And you pull the dummy to your side of the field, and whoever holds it there at the end of the game wins. And so we're like, Parker, go get the dummy, and we'll just cover you. We weren't thinking anything about it. We were just like, he'll go grab it, and so we're laying down cover fire, and he goes and grabs it and throws it over his back. And when he does, he's so small, this dummy like dwarfs him. And the guys are trying to shoot him, and they can't hit him because there's nothing to shoot because the dummy is so big. Oh, we were dying. We were dying so hard. It was so great.
Funny.
It was perfect. It was so that's when he probably the first few times he was playing, he did that. He's gotten a lot bigger now, but
yeah, I bet he had a good time doing that because he was like the hero, man. Like, hell yeah, I'm not getting shot. I'm carrying this thing. Hell yeah, that's cool, man. I love to see that where, either couples that are together don't have kids yet or whatever, they're into the sport together. Yeah. They're into the hobby together. And I've talked to a lot of them that also want to be on opposite teams certain days because they just had a fight that morning. They're like, fuck you, I'm going to get you.
Legally shoot you.
I'm saying now. And it's kind of like their therapy, at the end of it, they're all good. Okay.
Everything's settled.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool, man. When you were growing up, did you like get into sports, or was your dad into paintball or any kind of
not
anything
really.
that got you into?
Not really. I mean, I did a little bit of football in high school, and that was pretty much about it. Played video games, just kind of goofed around. Didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what honestly even got me into airsoft. I think just come across a couple of videos on YouTube, and I was like, it looks fun.
Yeah.
So picked up a cheap rifle and went out, and I was super nervous. I'm a shy guy, so like it takes a lot for me to open up. Once I have to know you, I probably won't me to shut up. But first time meeting you, I'm kind of shy, and so we went out. I'm like, I'm gonna be by myself, not know anybody here. It's gonna be crazy weird. And met the Praetorian guys like first day there, and it's like we knew each other for years. They were just super cool guys, super nice, welcoming. And I was like,
is that an airsoft team? I've heard of that.
It is. It's the team that it's our team.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I've been with them for pretty much since we started playing. But there was a cool group of guys, like I said, and it just that, I don't know, like you meet people like church stuff like that, and it's you're same age, but like they're not the same kind of I'm trying to say here, but same interests, I guess.
Right. Yep.
So it was having some friends that are close to my age. I think I'm one of the older guys on the team, but
Yeah.
same interests and stuff, it's really nice getting away for the weekend, or at least
Right.
for a Saturday most of the time, and get this. I mean, we'll go out. We may play a handful of games and spend the day sitting around just shooting the crap, just having a good time. Like, and that's what it's all
Hmm.
about for me. I'd almost have just as much fun going just to chill with the guys at Airsoft as I do actually playing sometimes.
Sure.
But
Yeah, that's cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, that camaraderie, man. It's a good thing, you know.
yes,
And I was talking with somebody else about that. You know, it's a common thing, guys, especially when we get out of high school. If we don't go in the military or play a college sport or something, it's like we after a few years, man, we really miss that camaraderie that we had with our friends in school or maybe a sports team or something. And we're always looking for that. And I think airsoft is a
just
really
feel
good
that.
way to
It
to kind
does.
of get that. You know. Oh yeah. Well, how did you get into the speed part? Just from
Uh,
meeting those guys right away?
Well, so I mean, we met outdoors. So I mean, SpeedQB really wasn't even a afterthought to us for the longest. We finally got some of the guys that tried Nashville years ago, and I guess it had some bad experiences. I guess way back in the day, I guess it was a pretty wild, wild west kind of
Mm,
atmosphere out there.
yeah.
But we'd heard a lot of people talking about just new management or new refs and stuff. So some of the guys were kind of hesitant, but some of us newer guys that had we were tired of playing the same field, same layout, same games every week, and let's go try it. Let's go try it. And finally talked some of the other guys. And well, next time it rains, we'll go. But it's what happened the next weekend. It rained. They're like, all right, let's go and do this. Of course, we went in totally unprepared because we were used to super dark tinted dyes. No, we didn't need flashlights or tracers outside, and we go in and this field is dark. We can't see what we're
Mm.
shooting. We have no flashlights or
Oh shit.
and so it wasn't a great first impression, but it was enough that we were like, okay. So next time we came back with flashlights, and that was the deal breaker. We're like, oh, that was the changer. I mean, that was like, okay,
Hmm.
this is awesome. And then from that, we all picked up tracers, and we've been pretty much going ever since. We're like, once we got the tracers and we could see what we're doing, knew what we were doing, I was like, okay, well, this is it. This is the outdoors fun, but it's nice just making that quick walk back to the spawn and
the
get back
spawn,
in
the
sometimes.
spawn's only like a
Yeah,
basketball court away, not
yeah, yeah, yep,
freaking
yep.
half a mile.
So, but yeah, and so we didn't even we were going maybe for 2 years, and they had SpeedQB tournaments and teams out there and stuff, and we would watch, and some of the guys were just dead set against. They're like, no, I don't want to do that. That's not my thing. And I was like, all right, I get that. And me and one of my good friends, which he's on a different team now, but at the time we were on the same team, we were like, let's just try it. And we had another team there that was like, we could really use some fill-ins if y'all want to fill in. We're like, let's do it. Let's try it and see what it's about. And we had a blast.
Yeah.
And I guess after we did it and all the talking we were doing, because we were like on a airsoft high, like we were like, this was amazing, this was
Yeah.
great, so much fun. They were finally like, well, it doesn't sound that bad. Let's try it. So our first tournament as our team actually doing it was, I think, July of last year, and
Okay.
it was the tournament that we had. They had some of the SYG guys come down. It was
Oh shit.
Roy, Sapo, Roosta, and I think Phantom was the. But so it was a pretty big event for our first
Sure.
outing. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. But we did okay.
Uh,
I mean, we did okay.
yeah.
But and it's just some of the guys have kind of come out of it and out of it. They've so we're kind of getting our footing now, trying to get team set and find the guys that want to do it.
Yeah.
But
Now
yeah,
SYG, aren't they in California? Is
mhm,
that
mhm.
okay?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, they came all the
Uh,
way out there. That's
they
cool.
did, they did it. It was awesome. I think they were trying to, I guess, work on Nashville being one of the kind of affiliated fields for the East Coast, because you
Oh,
have
gotcha.
you have SS, and you have now you have HTK, which got to play last weekend for the first time, was an awesome indoor field.
Nice.
But uh, but yeah, so that was the whole point. They were kind of just making the rounds, making that trip for that.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, we've enjoyed the crap out of it. And we've got to travel some for it, and just lots. It's just awesome. It's fun. It's just a
Yeah.
different play style, but just rambling. But it's a good time.
No, dude, you're doing great. Yeah, that's I love to hear it. I love to hear it. So that going from because when I first started talking with people, most of the people I've talked with were like probably the first 2 years of our channel, and with podcasts, probably the first 6 or 8 months that I was doing podcasts, it was mostly milsim talk.
So,
It was mostly people, the guys that had followed, a lot of people had followed our channel, our YouTube channel, that I just, that joined the Discord from that. And we were just, chit chat kind of through there. So it was all like milsim kind of talk. And it's only been recently that, like probably in the last 4 months, that I've been talking to a lot of SpeedQB, like a ton. I start like Drop Dead Drizzle.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
Crisis on. So I did
yes.
one with her, and she's talking about, she's over at Tac City, and is her home field, I think. And then just I feel like I just did one with Call Sign Blue,
Yep.
Mama Yaga.
Oh
Um,
yeah, she's awesome.
so
That's
just
I actually went with her. Nebula invited me to play with them this past weekend for HTK with
oh,
Dylan
nice.
and Mamiyaga, and they're a great group of people. I've got to know them a little bit over Instagram. We finally met in person in January at the big Shop Zone tournament. I got to meet them in person, and they've been a great group of
Yeah,
guys and gals to get to know. They're awesome people. Awesome people.
yeah. It's pretty cool, when you get into that Speed QB. That I feel like from from the outside looking in, I guess, uh, everyone I've talked with and who I follow on Instagram and stuff, I feel like it's a tighter knit group. The SpeedQB airsofters, maybe because maybe they travel more. I don't know, or maybe it's because the events are like kind of closer, tighter.
Yeah.
Whereas like a lot of the Milsim guys, I mean, they'll still know each other, but like we were at Stonebreaker at GTI. There's 700 people there, and over the last 3 months, I've talked with so many people. Like, yeah, I was at Stonebreaker. I'm like, holy shit, like all these people I didn't know were there. Airsoft Alphonse was there. I didn't even know that. Like, none of us knew. We didn't even see him because it's such a huge AO.
Yeah.
700 people going crazy. Everywhere, helicopter flying around. So I feel like when I talk with the speedy guys, they you guys are a real tight knit group like that. Like other
Yeah.
teams asking, hey, you want to join up and do
Yeah.
this? And the Mill Sims do that as well. Like tryhards, there's a handful of teams out there that will collab with each other. Add a Mill Sim so they have a bigger group to kind of grab an objective or whatever. But it's been pretty cool getting both perspectives. Uh, like the Mill
And I,
Simmers and then the
yeah.
speeders.
And I really want to try Milsim. I'm not gonna lie. A few of our guys want to try it. We've got some of the refs and the staff at Nashville Airsoft. They're big into the Milsims and stuff, and they keep talking about it. It's kind of how that's how we were with our guys that didn't want to do the Speed QB. We
Oh yeah,
talking about it, and we're like, man, that sounds pretty fun. That really does sound pretty fun. So I think they're like them are wanting to go. They are going to Black Site too.
gotcha.
So I think a few of our guys and some other teams are going to cover, kind of work the shop and stuff, so they can a bunch of their guys can get out of the shop and go to the mill sim and stuff. But
Nice.
we're really wanting to try some. A few of us are, and I think they're a couple of different teams, but they join together when it's time for a mill sim. They'll kind of
Mm,
so they can get like a whole squad to themselves. It's not
right.
randoms in there or something like that. It's just they've got a full squad of just people they know, friends and whatnot. So that'd be pretty fun, I think, to
Yeah,
try for sure.
definitely, man. That's cool. Yeah, I always after I got out of paintball, that's when a lot of the speed ball stuff was coming up, and years later, with being televised on ESPN3 and all that, I was like, man, I miss that, because we didn't really do. I did like two events that were like the speedball stuff.
Yeah.
Most of the time, like I said, we were just blowing off steam with some buddies at one of the guys' grandparents' property, and it was all just woodland play. Just playing in the woods, capture the flag, shit like that. But the speed stuff was fun, man. When whenever we did it. And they didn't have the big inflatables at the time. The field we went to, they just had the
hardcover.
Hardcover, right?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, those big corrugated pipes and the big stones and
Gotcha.
shit like that. Yeah. So you slide too hard into that thing, you can be hurting for a couple days.
Well, I don't slide, so I'm a little older and heavier, so I usually play back, get to the closest I run and get to, and just kind of hold up for my guys. Well, yeah, that's so I never did paintball growing up, so I didn't get that experience, and a few of our guys did, and they always talk about it. So, we've always had hardcover for as far as SpeedQB, but with
Right.
Shot Zone, they do run the inflatables, and that was a whole different experience. I think we've been 4 or 5 times now.
Yeah.
And it's just a totally different experience because you hear
Really?
the BBs just kind of pinging off the inflatables.
Yeah.
This is the experiences where it's just the sound alone almost is awesome. It's just a different experience.
Okay.
It's turf. It's indoor. It's turf with inflatables.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a blast.
I saw that on your YouTube video. And, the field looked really cool. It was, that's I was like, oh shit, an indoor field that's colorful. This because most airsoft field or indoor are they're really drab. They're a lot of browns, a lot wood color, or
Concrete
paint
floor.
some black. Yeah, exactly. Pallets and shit.
Yep.
So somebody was asking me like, oh, do you think airsoft's ever going to be televised? I'm like, well, if they want it to be, they're going to have to add some color somewhere, bro, because it's every indoor tournament kind of thing I've seen, or not everyone, but most of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
It's hard to see. It's there's nothing standing out. Paintball's colorful as hell, and bright or whatever, but I'm like, man, they're gonna have to brighten that shit up. But then I saw your video and I was like, oh shit, there you go.
Yeah.
Green turf looks cool. And then those inflatables, the white and blue.
They so the of course he's been open since I think early January, like full on open. He had some kind of like private sessions before to kind of field tested out and stuff.
Gotcha.
But the walls are just white, and so it's really really well lit. But because the walls are white, like you lose your tracers, you lose your shots. It's hard to keep up with it. And they were having issues too with seeing shots as far as calling people if they didn't call their hits.
Yeah.
So this last tournament they hung black mesh netting all around like the lower portion of the wall to give some contrast.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, that's awesome. Well, I just got my new mask from Rogue and it had like a super dark lens in it, which I'm used to wearing tinted lenses, but I walked out there and I couldn't see if they were wearing black jerseys. I couldn't see anybody. I was just hoping nobody was shooting at me, looking for flashes in the traces and stuff. But it helped out a lot. You can see your shots better. The rest could see the shots better. They're doing listening to the players out there and trying to make it better. And it really is a fun field. Like I've gotten to go play there twice now in the last couple of weeks. It's about a 5 from my house. It's about a 5 or 6 hour trip. So it's a decent little trip. We don't get to go very often, but it's worth the trip. Like we love getting out there. And Ethan,
where is Shot Zone? What state is it in? Tennessee,
Martinsville, Indiana.
Indiana. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
man.
But yeah, it's been fun. It's an awesome field. Ethan's the owner. He's a awesome guy. Takes care of everybody out there, and like I said, it's just a different experience with the inflatable and stuff. It's different than we've been used to. So it's cool. It's fun.
That's cool. Yeah, the hardcover, I would imagine is kind of loud when you're getting shot at, right? Is it kind of loud with the bouncing off the wood walls?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, now that I'm trying to think of it, like, I guess because you're in the moment, you're not really thinking about it because you're listening for all your guys shouting out what they're seeing people. Your gun's loud, everybody else's gun's loud. I mean, you do hear it. I don't know. I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not thinking about it because that's not really something you focus on. You're trying to, just listen for. I don't know.
Well, I think
it's loud altogether. I mean, as a whole.
That's true.
I mean, because you're having to scream over everything. Because I mean, like between the guns and the cover get hit and stuff. I mean, it is loud. It's very loud.
I've seen these videos where the guys are stuck like a mill sim, or I guess an open, they're outdoor fields, and they'll go in those Connex boxes, the shipping containers. Bro, I'm like, okay, that's loud as shit.
That's what
It's just hitting.
that's what the guys are talking about. They go play the do the Mill Sims from Nashville. They were saying that you know they found out quick that you really need like legit ear pro or
Mm,
hearing protection out there. Because they said they went out there and they once you get like to the building and stuff, people start chucking grenades and stuff. They said it's super loud. They said it's like stupid loud. They said this somebody they
yeah,
told one of the guys like you really should pick up a pair of I forgot what they called it, but
yeah.
he's like, I'll be fine. They said he threw like a pair of like just kind of not earmuffs, but just some cheap, you know, comms on or whatever. And he was wearing a dye mask and said they got into a one of the little tunnels and got hit right away. And they were just sitting down, and all of a sudden they said it was like 2, 3, 4 grenades come flying in
Holy.
and landed like right beside them. And they said it was like deafening loud. And I was like, well, thanks for the heads up. I know I need to pick something up if I do go do
Oh, 100%, man.
a little bit I
Yeah,
kind of need to keep.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I can imagine it's super loud.
Yeah.
The CartCon they've done some of that. They put some storage containers up, and we played once in them, and it was being inside and getting hit. It's super loud. It just resonates hardcore inside the box.
Well, you were saying the inflatables are, you said it make like a different sound. I'm sure because you
Yeah,
never heard it
yeah,
before because it was
no,
the first time. It's probably like because they're like vinyl, aren't they? Like that real thick vinyl, the inflatable
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And it's probably like, psst, 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 like
yeah,
skipping off of it or something.
yeah.
I don't know.
Like a pingy. I don't know how to even. It's a different noise. Like it's almost like you're playing a different sport. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a totally different feel out there. It's hilarious, fun.
You were
Sounds great.
or saying about the walls and stuff. How they made it bright. I never thought of that until you were just talking about that. Maybe that's why a lot of these indoor fields are a little darker because when people use tracers,
Yeah,
they can actually see where their BB's
I
going.
hadn't that you said that
I
either. I
didn't even think about
didn't put it
that.
together.
I
Maybe
did
why.
because, yeah. I'm like, all these fields are dark, man. What the fuck? This is what you get when you got a guy talking about this stuff that has never played this, indoor stuff. Okay, or
Well, we're still new at it, so we're learning.
yeah. Well, it's I've had people talk about well, you never played airsoft. I'm like, well, no, I was a paintballer, but I ran the YouTube channel, and so. They're like, well, it's kind of cool. I'm like, okay. They're like, no, you have a different perspective than, than most people.
Yeah,
And that's why I say I'm on the outside looking in, especially with the SpeedQB stuff. I've been to a mill sim, didn't play, I did it, press pass, whatever. And of course, watching all the videos, most of the videos I watched for our channel, were leading up to, I guess, the milsim, were mostly outdoor play stuff like milsim type of games, Airsoft Alphonse, Swamp Sniper. The sniper
yeah,
stuff is usually, we're almost always outside
yeah.
milsim type of thing, long shots and stuff. So I really didn't have any experience with watching or seeing anyone play SpeedQB, just here and there, real short clips. And then I just started talking with people that's mostly what they play or that's all they play. And then I started talking with people that are on pretty serious tournament teams, and I'm like, man, I'm actually getting really excited about it. I got to be honest, because I talked to some guys, Cerberus, I think that's Cerberus Unbound.
Underground. I think yeah, out of Georgia.
Yep. So I talked with them a few nights ago, and two of the guys on that team, and that one's coming out Saturday night. Well, I'm like getting really excited about this SpeedQB stuff, man. I'm serious. I started watching this all these other videos on these tournaments and shit. I'm like, man, this is fucking cool. And then I did one. I talked to a guy on Sunday morning that lives in Russia. That's from Russia. That plays a lot of outdoor stuff. But as we were talking, I was saying how SpeedQB stuff, this and that. He's like, yeah, airsoft is a national sport in Russia. And I was like, what? I did not know that. So
Yeah.
he's telling me where to look. So I pulled it up on the screen while we were talking, some tournaments they had and stuff. And he's like, yeah, like it's like your guys' football. It's like every field, indoor field is exactly the same. It has to be, down to the height of the obstacles and, the barriers and shit. Like everything has to be just right. And then, the two teams play. I'm like, oh my God, they have like a national tournament.
Same.
And
I didn't know
that's
that.
crazy, dude. I would have never.
I wouldn't
So,
either. I had no idea.
oh
That's
yeah,
pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome, though. I ain't gonna lie.
it's wild. Well, the funny thing was the day I talked to him was the day after I talked with the Cerberus guys, and we actually talked about the reason we did a podcast together was to talk about this like trying to get a national tournament going for airsoft or for
Yeah.
SpeedQB because the way it worked was I joined or I just watched a Instagram live with two of those guys and then Rogue Custom
Yeah.
was on there.
Yeah. I watched that one. Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that might have been the night that you were commenting. Oh, I think I asked you to be on the podcast that night.
I think so, mate. I think so. I believe
We
so.
were both commenting on
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
And AJ from Service was talking about, and so as I'm watching this, I'm going, wait a minute, what? I'm like, wait a minute. There's no national like tournament to say who's the best airsoft team in America. I was blown away because I just assumed that was already a thing like going on. And
It's kind of an East Coast versus West Coast
yeah,
type of vibe. Yeah.
yep. And I was like, dude, okay, we need to get on here and talk about this. I want to talk to some guys on the West Coast, and I'm talking with you. Of course, that came from that Instagram live the other night. So, but anyway, yeah. So I ended up talking with Cerberus, with AJ and Rosie.
Yeah.
So I talked to them a few days ago. That'll come out, like I said, Saturday night. But that's what we talked about. That was the topic. Is hey, what can we do? I know there's got to be some fields or some organizers or something that are probably pushing for this. But as somebody that's been following airsoft for 3 years and it's never come up, like I've never seen anything promoted. So if the idea is out there, it's not being marketed enough, But I would love to see some kind of national ranking
Oh,
system.
yeah. It'd be
And
great.
oh my God, that'd be cool, man. That'd be really cool.
That would be like epic. Very
So
much so.
if there was a tournament, and now your guys on your team, obviously more than I do. I don't know them at all. If you guys had a choice to play against any team in America right now, who would you want to play against?
Oh man, I don't know. There's so many good teams that probably would kick our butts.
Yeah, but it would
I
be
don't
fun
even know.
though. It'd still be
Oh
fun to get
yeah.
on the field
Yeah.
with them, just to say, hey, I played against these guys.
I don't know, man. It's hard to pick one. Like they're a
All right,
bunch
how
of
about the
good.
top 5? Give me a list.
I mean, I guess SYG's always got to be in your top 5.
Right?
I think the tacos guys would be
Who is it?
tacos.
I don't think I've heard of them. Yeah.
I think it's tacos Hella and then Baby Goat. They're I think they work with Monk a little bit too, or work very
Oh, okay.
closely. Yeah, they're. I follow them on Instagram and stuff. They seem like they'd be a fun team to. I don't know. And then honestly, I mean, some of our home teams, like we love the Nashville Phantoms. They're a home team. They're always a good team to play. And of course,
Okay.
walk off the field, you're back to cutting up and good
Right.
friends again.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can name 5 of them.
Well,
It's just
I've asked that question a few times.
Yeah,
I always get SYG. SYG always comes up.
I figured so. I feel that's probably everybody's.
Uh-huh.
Their top one.
Yeah. That's where I'm
I mean,
getting
it'd be definitely be an experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I followed the CSL scoreboard or leaderboard or something just recently. So I don't know what I don't know the right terms. Okay, so just fair warning when I'm talking about this stuff, I'm kind of, piecing shit together until I talk to somebody that explains it to me.
Yeah.
So, the leaderboard that they're doing, I'm not sure if they're like trying to push national or whatever, but so being in Nashville, do they host? Have you guys been a part of any of the games that they host, or is that more? Are they more on the East Coast?
I think they're more further East Coast and maybe
Gotcha.
just a hair up north. Yeah, I think they're trying, but they're I think that's kind of it's a fresh new league.
Yeah.
So I think they're really trying to. But I think they're trying to push something more like that to make a league where it could be something on a national level. Of course,
Gotcha.
they're not there yet because it's brand new. But I think that's what they're really trying to aim for.
Yeah.
And they've got different rule sets on certain things, and like SpeedQB does.
Okay.
I don't believe they allow the mag adapters for like the high kappas. You have to run green gas mags. I'm not sure there's any other like that, but that's probably the main one that I can think of would be. I'm sure other kind of little tweaks on the rule sets, but yeah, we haven't had a chance to play any of that. I know some of the neighborly guys have. They've done that and talked about it, but yeah, they haven't made it down here yet. And it's kind of hard just pulling teeth sometimes to get some guys to travel, but we're trying to.
Traveling's hard, man, because if it's more than like 5-hour drive, it's like a full day of driving. Yeah. So that's, if that's one way, you're staying overnight or you're taking turns driving, which is not fun. Cramped in a vehicle and taking time off of work and away from family and stuff. So it's got to be kind of a big event to do something. It's a bigger commitment. But at the field, do you guys do they host tournaments where, just local?
Yeah.
Where you guys do one-day tournaments?
Yeah, Nashville does the first. It's usually, unless something changes, something comes up, it's usually the first weekend of the month.
Okay.
Are the Nashville tournaments. And I think it's kind of cool because I say local fields, they're still 4 or 5 hour drives. But like Nashville, SS, HTK, and Shot Zone, they're kind of on this side, pretty unless you go like more up north on the East Coast, it pretty much as far as I know of the only SpeedQB fields that you can hit up. But they've kind of got their own weekend. So like Nashville was the first weekend. I'm probably gonna butcher this, but I think like SS maybe the second weekend, Shot Zone's the third weekend, and HTK's the fourth weekend. They've kind of spaced it out. So if you wanted to travel, make that loop, you could get a tournament every weekend.
I gotcha.
So it's kind of nice because they're not encroaching on the same weekend usually as.
That's smart.
So I think like in November, Nashville is going to bump theirs one weekend just because of all the staff want to go to the mill sim. So I think it may get bumped a week for that, but usually it's pretty steady. So it's kind of nice that they are thinking that far ahead to and of each other, I guess. They could be their own field. They could definitely be like, hey, we want to do it this weekend. Forget who else is having one, but they've actually kind of staggered them. So that's kind of cool to see that happen. And first weekend is usually Nashville. So we always make that one, and then if we can't make anything else, we have enough of the guys, and we'll try to. Of course, some of us are older, so we just want to get up there the day before and then just get a room and just crash, and then play Saturday and then crash and then get up Sunday and drive back. So it makes it a little more difficult for some of the guys sometimes. Some of the younger guys, they want to drive up the morning of, play, and then drive back. I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do that. I got to rest.
Hey, when we were young, bro, we could do all that. You take road trips. Like, you want to drive? Yeah, let's do a road trip. Like, when you're young with your buddies, like road trips, like no big deal. Yeah, we drove for 12 hours one way, hung out for 8 hours, and drove 12 hours back. Partied the whole time, and then just like do that now, bro. No.
We're like the older guys. Our team are like the older guys at Nashville. So like. Slaughter Gang, they're a group of awesome guys, and they're younger. Phantoms, they're a group of awesome guys, and they're a lot younger than us. So we're doing the tournament at Shot Zone 3 weeks ago, the Paint Soft tournament, and like it was a long tournament. They did a round robin, so like which was really nice. It took forever, but it was really nice. So I mean, usually you pay to get the registration. You drive 6 hours. It's double elimination. So say you have a bad day and you get knocked out the first round, second round, you're done. You've spent the money, you play twice, and you're done. So they did a round robin. So they split the roster in half, and so like the bottom half, everybody played each other, and the top half, everybody played each other, and then they did points, and depending on who had the top points, then from top and bottom, they kind of came up and played each other. It was really nice. Cool. It was a long tournament. The doors opened at 8, and I think we left at 10:30 that night.
Woo!
But these guys on Phantoms, they wanted to come back to Nashville and hit up Broadway, and I'm like, oh, that's like
they want you to show them around, Brian. Come on.
No, not me. They wanted to go. So they all loaded up. Tournament's over. They loaded up and bolted to make a 4-hour drive back to Nashville to hit Broadway. I'm like, y'all are dedicated to that nightlife. I'm like, I'm ready to go eat and crash. It's been a long, long day. Yeah,
that is a long day.
It's funny because, like I said, these kids, I say kids, they're almost 20, but
right,
they'll drive up the morning of and do a tournament like that, and then hop back in the car and drive back. And I'm like, if only I had half the energy to do that.
That's what these Monster energy drinks are for, bro. Didn't you know that? Come on.
I mean, if I take a case, I even put a dent in what I'd have to have. I don't know.
I'm saying, man, drink like 3 in a row, okay? It'll give you a rush for about 30 minutes, and then you crash for 3 hours. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, that's these I get asked all the time when I'm on here, hey, you going to this event? Are you going to this event? Because everyone I talk to is in some other state or wherever, and they're like, oh, there's this big event. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to that. Like, I was talking with Honey Badger a couple weeks ago, and he was like, because I wanted to talk to him about the EVIC grand opening.
Yeah, the high grounds. Yeah,
high grounds in Houston.
Yeah.
So he went to that event. So I had him on after that, talking about it. Well, before that, I liked the post that EVIC did for that event, but it was on their story, so it goes away. Well, then, days later, he hits me up just with a question like, "Oh, are you going?" And I'm like,
I saw it in the podcast.
Did you see that? And I'm like, what is he talking about? So anyway, so I'm like, dude, I ain't driving no fucking 18 hours. I don't know. I was thinking 18 hours because my oldest daughter, went in the Air Force, and when she graduated boot camp, it was out there in Texas, and where it was at in Texas, we had, it was almost 18 hours for us. So me and my wife and my two of my sons drove out there. Well, I'm like, dude, I ain't driving no 18 hours. He's like, oh, it's not that far. It's, but anyway, I'm like, dude, I go 2 hours in the car, man. I'm fucking like, oh shit, hold on. I can't hardly move.
I got a nap, but I'm like, oh, my knees.
I need copious amounts of alcohol after an 8-hour drive. What are you talking about?
We, Houdini and I, we've been talking about going, which we're going to, but EA Fest in Rhode Island.
And you guys are going?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn
we were talking about driving originally, and we were kind of getting everything together, and we're like, bro, that's like an 18-and-a-half-hour drive. Like, that's gonna be stupid. Like, we want to leave a day early, and have a whole other day of driving back. And we were nervous about flying because of our airsoft gear. I'm like, man, I don't know what
Right.
They've had a few guys that on their team that have flown into tournaments and not had any issues. I'm like, let's just try it.
Yeah.
So we're going to fly, but
okay. Well, I said dang it because it's making me want to go. Everyone I talk to is talking about it. Rogue's going, and he's talking to me about going, and then all these people are going to be there, Little Miss, and I'm just like, dude, I want to meet all these people. I don't want to do 15-and-a-half-hour drive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. But anyway,
we're getting the Airbnb with Rogue, Little Miss, and all them. So it's going to be
awesome.
We've already. I'm looking forward to recording the Houdini and Rogue on do the tortilla challenge. So it's going to be.
Oh shit! What is this? I've never heard of this.
Slap you with the tortillas. You got a mouthful of water.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He did talk about that. That's right.
He's been giving Houdini so much crap about his mask because he don't give it to him until EA Fest. And he's gonna slap him 4 times for getting his mask for him and all this and that. Because I'm not doing it all at one time. I'm gonna space it out over the weekend.
Oh man,
They've been they've been
what a
going.
fun group of people, man, for
Oh
real.
yeah.
You know?
I meet everybody. Plus, to meet everybody, like, there's a bunch of people that you only get to talk to on Instagram. So
Right.
social media. So it's gonna be nice to get up there and meet a lot of these people face to face.
Yeah.
Like Doc from New England Speedsoft, Lobo from Flawless Technique, all them guys. It's all
Yeah,
been
that's
it's all been over Instagram chat, so it's going to be awesome to get up there and get to hang out,
right.
chill, and just talk. I mean, just meet each other. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be
That's
it's going to be
cool.
a long weekend. Probably like a once in a lifetime type of trip, probably for me. So I'm going to
Yeah.
take it, enjoy it, and take it for what it's worth, and have a great time.
Yep.
I'm excited.
Well, if I yeah, it's such
Mate,
a long drive.
you should come. Come on, man.
I know. See, that's what happens. And well, the thing is, my wife's in Utah right now, visiting my oldest daughter was in the Air Force, and when she got out, she spent 4 years in there. Met her husband in there. They both got out at the same time when they moved out to Utah because he got a air traffic controlling job at Salt Lake City Airport. So we moved out there, and so my wife's out there visiting for a whole week. I just took her to the airport last night. Well, when she was planning on going, 2 months ago, whatever, she's like, "Hey, we're going." I'm like, "I'm not going." She's like, because we were just there, not just there, but it was that a few months before that, and to visit grandkids and stuff. So I'm like, I'm not going this time. I'm working on the house, so I'm redoing a room, and that's what I do during the day. So construction, flips, rehabs. So I'm doing a room. Well, supplies costs have gone way the hell up.
Yep.
So so I'm like, no, I got money sunk into this thing, and I'm like, I'm not spending money on a plane ticket. But I'm gonna tell you what, you want to start World War III? Talk me into buying a plane ticket to Rhode Island for this thing. My wife will be flipping her shit.
It's gonna be worth it. Just gonna be worth it, 100%.
Oh, well, she'll be talking divorce, bro. Okay, I'm telling you.
I'm surprised mine isn't like. She was like, "Oh, I haven't been to Rhode Island. That'd be a good trip." I said, "Babe, it's not that kind of trip, babe. It's a guy trip. It's a guy trip."
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, how fortunate are these guys that their wives or girlfriends get into it with them? Have the same hobby.
That's pretty awesome. My wife would never do that, but like going back to Dylan and Mama Yaga, it's awesome that they
Right.
got into the sport together, and they've got another couple on their team too. Beans, his name is Kyler, but he goes by his Instagram Beans, and then it's me Masher Lexi. There's another couple, and they're on the same team, and they play together. I mean, it's really awesome, like to see that.
Yeah.
And a few of our guys, their wives and girlfriends have played a time or two just to try it out. I don't think it's something they really cared for, but I think it's pretty awesome to have, especially have a couple in that, like you said. And it's probably therapeutic getting to a fight that day or that week, and you get to go out that weekend and just kind of let it all go.
Exactly. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's a really it seems like a more common thing with people I've talked to that are into airsoft than it was for any other hobby that I grew up with or whatever. After the military and got married and you start hanging out with other married couples and stuff, it wasn't real common for the wives to be involved with whatever we were doing. I mean, we'd have nights where we go out with other couples bowling or something, but most of the guys, it was hey, let's go to the shooting range, or let's go play softball, or we'd get a baseball game together or some shit. And then for a handful of years paintball, but there was never any wives. Like, it was the guy thing. Like the girls, they take the kids to the park together and they get to talk and stuff, but they never showed an interest in like, hey, I want to go to the range with you guys, or because they see after the first time we go somewhere and we go play softball, we don't just go play softball, we're bringing a cooler of beer, okay? And then so by the time the softball game's over, we're acting like fucking 17-year-old crazy man, crazy guys with, that are drunk as shit, playing in the dirt. So they don't want to be around that.
No,
Yeah,
that's right. Which I don't drink, but my buddies do, and so it's been a thing. We go over there. So we do the open play. Usually we'll drive to my buddy Craig's house and we'll just watch all the GoPro footage. Just bust each other's balls. Oh, you did this, you did that, or sometimes they'll keep track of how many kills everybody gets just to kind of get bragging rights. But they want to come to the house one time. Well, we come to the house one time, and I was like, well, I don't know how my wife would handle the drinking, and she was like, well, I don't care, it'll be okay, I guess. But yeah, it's the same thing. Like she's just like,
yeah, I hear you.
But yeah, it's funny. Like we have a good time. I don't know. And she's been awesome. Like I play a lot, and she doesn't give me too much grief about it. So
yeah, no, that's always good, man. Yeah, most people I found with that are into airsoft, if their significant other is not into it, at least they're supportive, or they're not griping at them, too much. So
yeah,
that's a good thing.
You gotta find that balance. It took me a while to find that balance because we went from there for a while. We were playing like every weekend, and I was working on videos throughout the week, and that kind of came to the head pretty quick. But we're trying to work on that balance where I get my time in and still get the wife gets her time in. And
sure. Well, you got your kids are still young, so got to balance all that stuff, man. It's and that's all it is. It's just figuring out the the timing and the balance, and because once you get into something that is like, hey, I really like doing this. I always loved hanging with my kids too. I like showing them what to do or teaching them stuff, and snowball fight. I grew up in we had most of our kids up in Ohio, and or grew up mostly up there. We've been down in South Carolina for 15 years. So we'd have snowball fights when they're little, digging snow castles and caves and shit. All kind of shit, like teaching them how to ride bikes or whatever, teach them how to shoot. But, to get that time away is nice too. And, like I said, it's a balance. And then of course you go 2 weeks with, doing all your stuff and with the kids. And then, one night the wife's like, you never pay attention to me. You're doing all this other stuff and you don't even care about me. I'm like, do you want to watch a movie?
Yeah. So I said the other night, I was like, I said, are y'all doing anything with it tonight? And she was like, why? And I said, because I could go to the podcast on Wednesday. I said around 7. She's like, oh, she'll be around the house a little bit. And I'm like, okay. I was like, all right. I will.
Oh shit, I'm getting you in trouble too. Hey, I hear it like once a week, okay? Oh, you got another podcast. Okay, you'd rather talk to all these people you don't know instead of talk to me. I'm like, how much can we talk about? We've known each other 33 years. All our kids are grown and like we know everything. Yeah. How was your day, honey? Oh, it was good. Anything new happen at work? No. We're done talking. Yeah. I don't know what to say, okay?
Bring up old stuff.
No shit, right? Oh yeah. So yeah, that's always the balance, of course. Yeah. Now, do you have any other hobbies besides, or anything you like to do? Gaming or?
I do game a little bit. Like it kind of hits me in spurts. Like I'll play it hard and heavy for a few weeks, months or so, and then I kind of just get burnt out on it, and I'll kind of just take a break from it. And
okay.
But yeah, gaming I guess is probably it's a hobby definitely, but airsoft probably definitely takes the cake. It's the number one thing right now.
Yeah.
It's been. Usually you get into something, or for me anyways, I get into something and, it's nice for a while and it kind of burns out and you move on to something else. But airsoft's been consistently what I've enjoyed doing for the last 7-8 years now. So
gotcha. Well, how did you find Rogue to do your mask? How did you find out about him?
Honestly, Houdini had mentioned him, and so we got to follow him, and I just would, he makes fun of me now because I do it. Now I do just pretty much to pick, but he'd post something or do a story, and I would just like everything that he posted.
Oh yeah.
And he got to message me here and there, just kind of, cutting up, and we got a little closer because of him, got to talking, and we talk pretty much every day now.
Yeah.
And I put it off, and I was like, man, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. I was like, you just kind of gave him the idea I wanted, and yeah, he had it for a little bit. I'm taking his time. It was about the time he was getting ready for his knee surgery. So I was like,
Gotcha.
whenever you get to it, you get to it, just whatever. But he, I kind of gave him the idea of what I wanted. I want the ha ha ha's on it and
Mm-hmm.
some kind of smile. And I said from that, I said, just whatever you think, you just do your thing. And so I had an idea what he was going to do to it. And then it's about the time the 4K, the 4/5K giveaway, I keep messing with him on that,
Oh yeah.
happened. He kept asking, he's like, did you get your package yet? And I was like, no. And so he sent him like a screenshot of the tracking. And he
Right.
said, there tomorrow. And I was like, all right, all right. And he's next day, did you get your package yet? I said, no, I'm at work. I haven't been home yet.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like, get with your wife. And I was like, all right. So I text the wife and I'm like, did I get a package today? And she took forever to respond. And she's like, yeah. I said, well, was it like a big package, a small package? Like, what are we talking? Because he got my wheels turned. I'm like, did he send something extra?
Yeah.
He kept asking, and she's like, "It's square," and I'm like, "Thanks, babe. That really nails down what's in the box."
Oh,
Sometimes
that's
big
funny.
box, small box, and she never responded. And I told him when I pulled it out, and I was flipping out, like I didn't expect it, and it was just like it was. He did awesome work. And I wasn't expecting because I was getting on Christmas morning, and I called him. And I was like, "Bro," I said, "You killed this." I said, "My wife didn't even know it, and she just totally played into your scheme." She's what are you talking about? I told him what she said. He goes, "Oh, I love your wife. She's awesome. I didn't tell her to do that. She knew that she did that."
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, but just off Instagram. I mean, honestly, just kind of come
Yeah.
across him and uh, awesome guy, awesome
Yeah,
guy.
for
And
sure.
we talk for the longest. I didn't want to be one of those guys that strung him along like, "Oh, I'm gonna get me a mask. I'm gonna get me a
Oh,
mask." And
right,
never did
right.
it. And just
Yeah.
kind of kept waiting and finally like, let's just pull the trigger and do it. And I think Houdini did at the same time. He's got to wait on his Rose dragging him along, make him suffer on it. But yeah, he's
Now,
does
how
awesome
did you get
stuff.
the Joker thing? Is that a character that you've liked or
Well,
one of your
so
favorite characters?
everybody makes fun of me because you're not even Joker, you're Pumba. But I did a Joker Kappa build, and I was like, let's just do something. Everybody else was doing the Venom, the
Right.
Venom,
Oh shit.
kind of the
Dude,
Venom
that is
thing guy.
beautiful.
Houdini built that for me. It's another. I give him a shout out for that. He did a
That
killer
is
job.
really pretty. He did that one?
Yeah, the vinyl came from a company called Airsoft Skin Zone, but he built the Kappa
Okay.
for me. Yeah, he did an awesome job on it.
Wow.
But everybody was doing like the Venom teeth mask, and I wanted something different. And I was like, I'll get a mask to match the Kappa because that's the main one that I run if we do open play or anything.
Gotcha.
And so that's why I kind of got the Joker thing
Yeah.
from.
It
Just
looks
change it up a
really
bit.
cool, man.
Yeah, he did a great job on it. Great
Now, what's
job.
that orange one back there?
That's my Harley build to go along with the Joker, the 4.3.
Oh, wow. Dude, these are fucking awesome looking.
He built that.
Hell yeah.
He built that for me too. But yeah,
Damn.
he built all my stuff for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, the wrap. I am Dylan. Dylan did that wrap for me. The Harley wrap for the grip.
Gotcha.
He hooked me up with that. He's been trying to get that stuff going.
Okay.
Yeah, we got into Kappas a while back, and I was running them like straight. All I ran before COVID hit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I picked this is actually my first one. It changed after COVID, but pre-COVID it was all stock besides some internal stuff I had done, and I
Yeah.
loved it. Like it was all I ran. And then we come back from COVID, the COVID break, and I was kind of like, let me get back into rifles. So I
Hmm.
ran rifles for the longest, and I'm trying to get back into it. It's like learning and ride a bike over again. I'm having to kind
Uh-huh.
of catch my bearings, find my bearings on it and stuff because it's a totally
Right.
different beast than a rifle. But it's fun. It makes you play different, so it's nice having that. Feel like you have to. You don't have to, but it makes you feel like you need to push further up and not kind of hang back. And
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
for
What do
me,
you
it does.
what rifle do you run?
Just depends. Usually I run my KWA T6. It's been I'm HPA guy, but I picked that up from a buddy of mine a while back, and it's an AEG, and it's been an awesome gun. It's turned into my tournament gun pretty much. And then I've got a
You said it's called a T6?
yeah, I'm sorry, grab it real quick.
I don't think I've seen one of those. Oh, that's nice, dude. I like the front of that.
Yeah.
How it's cut off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, angle cut.
But it's been a really good rifle.
Okay.
And then I've got a F2 and a Crytek body.
Nice.
I built it to be more of an outdoor gun, which we don't play a lot outdoor, but
right.
That's what it was meant for. But I've ran it a few times, and then I just picked up an E4, which is it's pretty much a T6, but with a polymer body, and it's a lot more compact build.
Okay.
I haven't got to run it yet, but it's that's probably my next go-to. But
hell yeah, man, it's been really nice to meet you. I'm really glad you got to come on here.
Thank you for having me. It's been awesome.
Tell your wife thank you for letting you have the time to without busting in here and be like, "Are you done yet?"
She kept the kids flat for me too. I have to really thank her for that.
Oh, for sure, man.
Knocking the door down.
I know, right? Well, I try to be respectful of people's time, because I know how busy we were with kids and stuff. And so anyway, yeah. But I appreciate it, man. It was great to meet you. I would love to have you on again sometime. Maybe do a group one where with maybe some guys on your team.
Yeah, definitely. That'd
be
be awesome.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
It's awesome to talk to you because I mean, y'all watch all y'all's unboxing videos and stuff, and y'all would do like the group unboxings where I used to love those. And then I think that time I was thinking about getting a Kythera, y'all had somebody on that had just built a Kythera build, and everybody was kind of testing it, and y'all were doing so you could get the fastest rate of fire out of it and stuff like that.
Oh shit! Okay,
pretty awesome. So when y'all are like, "You want to do the?" I was like, "Oh, that's freaking awesome!" Because I've been watching y'all, so it was awesome to
man,
to get to come on. 100%.
Well, I keep saying this on the podcast when somebody mentions this, and so I feel like I'm a broken record here, but I want so bad to get all the guys together again and all of us do an unboxing because it's been so long, man.
They were great. They were really good videos. Just everybody kind of busting each other or getting the same thing, or somebody got something that somebody else didn't get the time before. What's funny is we had some comments in the beginning, that were like, I don't know, I can't remember exactly what the comments were, but it was kind of like, oh, these guys are over dramatic or something like that, because we're so excited when we get stuff. And those were real reactions, bro, because 100%. I was brand new to Airsoft. I didn't know shit. And so when we're opening these things, like I am legit, like I looked up how to edit videos. I was trying to learn. So I didn't watch a whole lot of unboxings and, I watched a few, but I didn't watch enough to know, like, there's all these different replicas. Yeah. So we'd open one up and it would be like, holy shit, is this a real gun? Like, this is a World War II gun. Like, I was legit fucking excited, like surprised. So, but anyway, all those were our real reactions. Of course, to, we're all together. So kind of, mess around with each other and feeding off each other. So I miss it, man. I really miss it. So listen, if Colton, Chris, and JP, if y'all watch this, please get over here and get on the video with me. Oh yeah. So anyway, but yeah, man, it's been great meeting you. I appreciate you. So listen, everybody, go follow him on Instagram, _Pumba. And then YouTube as well. Your YouTube channel is linked on your bio of your Instagram, correct? Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. So go share the Airsoft love and let him know that you found out about him from this podcast. And man, we'll all get to know each other through all these people we're talking with, man. It's cool. Hell yeah.
It is awesome. It's very awesome.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Have a good night.
All right, you too.